Well guys, what's the crack? CartinOfMilk here, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about myself, my mental health, what's happened the past year and what the future holds for me. I have spent maybe the past 2-3 months just trying to find the willpower to make this video because I've been so unmotivated and honestly just very depressed and down most days, and I just haven't found any motivation to actually make this video. But today is the day. It's been exactly 1 year today since I made the last depression video. That whole video was about me overcoming depression and moving on and having a better life, but COVID has absolutely bummed me, so here I am talking about depression again. I will leave a link to that video if you want to check that out. I'm going to start by talking about the past year, and then I'm going to go on to how I'm feeling at the minute, what's going on at the minute, and then I'm going to talk about the future, what the future holds, and what the future holds for the next year for me. Also, excuse the lighting. I'm back home in Ireland at the minute. I'm using the natural light for this video, and honestly the weather doesn't know what to do. It's sunny most of the time and then it starts raining, cloudy, hailstones, everything, so bear with me and the lighting. So to start off, I want to talk about what's been happening over the past year, basically since COVID kicked off back in March 2020. So at that period of time, I was in a great mental state. I was doing extra work for music videos. I was starting back to B&Q part-time. I was looking to get into the media industry. Things were looking up. But then COVID came along, obviously, and absolutely wiped all sorts of aspirations from my mind. And here I am, depressed as ever. But on a serious note, this year has been very, very difficult for not only just me, but obviously everyone probably watching this, everyone basically in the whole world. It's been excruciatingly difficult. Hopefully things are only going to get better from here though. It's the 24th of May. I'm back home, as I said, and the cinemas, restaurants, everything is open from today. So that's a great start. Hopefully we don't slide back into another lockdown or anything like that. So like any year, locked up in your house or not, it has its highs and its lows. My brother got married in September. We went around Ireland on a road trip. It was fantastic. That was really the only high of the past year. It just went really downhill from there, like, to be honest. Got to December, January. My granddad passed away start of December. My granny passed away start of January. Very difficult time, as you can imagine, not even COVID related, so awful circumstances, like, to be honest. I couldn't see much of my mum, who I'm very close with, which also led me to just be, I don't know, like a build-up of anger. And yeah, it was just a really difficult time, and then that sort of carried on into the next couple of months. I moved back to London in the start of January, just to work and just live there because I have my tenancy, which was 2 years. I'll get onto that later on in the video. Basically from January to now, which is May, I have just been so unmotivated to do basically anything. I've been trying to get into the media industry still. I've been applying to jobs. I've been trying to do extra work. I've been trying to do assisting, literally behind the scenes, just anything I can get like into, I will do. But I'm at the point where I'm just like, well, what's the point? Like, honestly, what is the actual point? I just could not be bothered anymore. Like, I've just lost all types of motivation to do basically anything. And as I was saying, it's taken me months to even pick up this camera, set the camera up and make this video. It's just been this like massive hurdle that like I've just haven't been able to get over. And I'm sure many of you people feel like that as well, especially creatives. And touching back on the anger aspect, from January to now, as I was saying, I've just been locked up in a house in London, going to work, coming back from work, just almost close to losing my mind. And I don't have the escape that I have back home with the coast being so close by that I can go for walks, etc. So I'd literally just be in my room, and anytime I want to go out, I'd go for like a walk with mates and so on. But like then I just come home and I just be in the exact same position that I would be before. Do get on with my housemates in London. They're not bad people, but just being in the same house with the same people for 2 years is grinding on anyone, especially when you can't get out and actually do things. It has taken its toll on me and my mental health for sure, because I've struggled. I've had some dark days, but I'm starting to look at things a little bit differently. I'm reading a lot of books, a lot of self-help books, you could call them. For example, like The Art of Happiness I read last year, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, Reasons to Stay Alive. I'm currently reading a minimalist book, and they've all played honestly a massive part in my life. I feel like they're changing me, but for the better. I almost feel like I'm going through a transitional period. I feel like things will get better. As I said before, we're coming out of lockdown. Things can hopefully, Jesus Christ almighty, only get better from here, because personally, I don't know about you, but I cannot handle another lockdown. But we'll not get into that. That negative thinking is being left in fucking 2015. It's probably best I speak to some sort of therapist or specialist or something. But I've got this anger, and it's coming out even more so than before. Like, I'd literally just be angry for no reason, like, at people, and it's like, Coca, like, what are you doing? Like, what, like, why are you in a mood? Like, there's no reason to be. But like, obviously there's many a reason to be, because I'm fucking depressed. But in terms of like just silly stuff, and it's like, what, like, just for example, like I drop something like this, not even gonna break or anything. Like, I drop a sock, I'm like sorting out socks, for example, and I drop a sock, I'd be like, fuck, like, why have I dropped that? And it's like, I'm thinking to myself, like, why am I getting angry? Like, there's just no, like, just chill, like, it's a sock, you just pick it up. But I'm working on it. I know that it's not right, and it's not me, it's not my normal self. I'm very chilled and laid back normally, so being like this is obviously weird for me, but I know it's all part of the process, and it's me trying to adjust and adapt to the new person I'm becoming. So, Jesus, this sounds bare deep, but hopefully you guys understand. Fair to say, this lockdown and COVID in general has really rubbed me up the wrong way. So another thing that's had big implications in the past year has been my phone use and social media in general. I go onto social media, I see an unbelievable shit from someone around my age that is just killing it, and I'm like, shit, like, they're killing it. Like, why am I not like that? And I know, oh, well, just don't think like that. Like, they're obviously just at a different stage, and you're just at a different stage, and oh, but like, it's not that easy. It's just not that easy, like, not that simple. Like, you see them, you envy them, you want to be them, you want to have a shoot with someone that, like, cool or that alternative. And social media in general, talking to people for the sake of talking to them, and just when you're bored, going on your phone. Like, I've spoken about this before, like, it's not something I want to do. And if I could, I would just go off my phone completely for a week. The only thing I would miss is obviously talking to, like, the really important people and music. But I've got my phone on do not disturb at all times now, because I don't want people to break my time. I want, if I want to see their messages, I will go on my phone. I don't want their notifications to come through, and then I'm like, oh, did I reply? It grinds my gears, social media and everything. Like, obviously, like, it's got its positives for sure, but there's a lot of negatives, and phone use in general. But that's for another day. That whole topic's for another day. So talking about the present day and how I'm feeling at the minute, as I said, in the past couple of months in London, I've been so depressed, I've been unmotivated, I've just been so lost in every respect, in terms of what I want to do in the future, what I want to do now, today. Like, I've just been so all over the place, and I felt no better time to go home with people I love, see my family, friends, and just be by the coast and just have a complete break from London life. So then after these 10 days at home, I'm heading back to London. I've got 3 months left of my tenancy. It ends at the end of August 23rd. So I'll have basically exactly 3 months in London, the summertime as well. No better time in London to just honestly enjoy myself, because at the minute I do not want to have a job in media. I just want to focus on myself and getting my mental health in the best possible shape. I'm going to try and enjoy London for all it's worth. In the summertime, obviously, it's freaking banging. I'm going to meet up with people, just get mangled in the park, a couple cans, do as many shoots as possible, make some videos and do things like that. Just honestly, just make the most of it. So on to the future then, and it is a very mysterious thing, because we have absolutely no idea what the future holds, unless you're some sort of psychic or something. I'm sort of getting into the mindset where I want to live in the present, because worrying about the future and thinking about the past does not help. It just doesn't help at all, and if anything, it actually clouds your judgment and sort of messes with your mind. I've experienced that anyway. So I'm trying to live fully in the present, but obviously you need to make plans for the future. And my plans are living in London for 3 months, as I've said, and from there I'm going to be living at home for the foreseeable future until Christmas, most likely, maybe a bit longer. I'm not too sure. As I say, I'm going to play things by ear. Don't know what the future holds, we'll see, but for the time being, that is the plan. So I'll be home from like September, October, November, December, and then I'm going to see what the crack is then, and yeah, just go with the flow. My thinking behind this is, I love London, don't get me wrong, but the fact that I could be living at home, saving on rent, bills, like costs of food, everything like that, travel even, like, it just adds up like you wouldn't believe. But I just can't afford to, working part-time and having to pay rent and everything like that. So living at home, saving up some money, spending time with my family, working on myself, working on my mental health, and just trying to, I don't know, just get my life in order. Not like find myself, because I don't believe in that, but just trying to work on myself and get myself back into a good mental state, and just almost take a break from like trying to pursue something, because I honestly don't even know if photography or a job in the media industry is what I want to actually do. So I'm just going to take a step back, just gather my thoughts. People have asked me like, oh, how do you feel about coming back home? Like, do you feel like, not like a failure, but do you feel like it's a step backward almost? And honestly, I don't. I feel like the year that I've had, it's the best thing for me in terms of my mental health and in terms of saving money for the future. I think it's just the perfect move. So coming back home, just living here, just like flat out, would be kind of decent, like I can't lie. So I'm looking forward to it. But obviously that doesn't mean I'm not going to be coming back to London. I'll be back to London, I'm sure, at some point, or maybe New York City or somewhere else. You never know with me. That's the plan for now. Obviously things can change and stuff like that, but that will be the plan until December. I might start playing football again, just get into like a routine football, making YouTube videos, taking photos. Like I might link up with some people up in Belfast, do some shoots with like agencies and whatnot, just try and enjoy myself and have a good time and get my name out there. But yeah, watch this space. There's I've got a few ideas. For sure. Although it's been a very dark, depressing and frankly miserable year, things are looking up. Today, for example, it's a sunny day. I finally freaking recorded this video. I'm buzzing to I've finished this video because it's taken me so long. Hopefully you've taken something from this. Hopefully you can relate to it in some way. If you do, leave a comment. Once again, subscribe, like if you do enjoy my content, this video, my other videos, check them out if you haven't already. Check my socials in the link in the description. And yeah, I'll be back very soon for another video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully if you're watching this long, then you're a legend, and thank you for that. But yeah, all the best, take care, and lots of love.